It's Sunday, October 13th, 2024. Time for another Fireside Chat with Dizzy. Got a little fuzzy puppy dog to the right of me. The horses are in the round pen. No, I'm not going to be leaving them in there. I will be putting some hay out for them and kicking them out before I leave. It's a beautiful night out here so far as temperature goes. I actually thought about camping out. And plain and simple, I wasn't up to it. Plus, I'm not really having much of a fire tonight. It's just so dry out here. More often than not, I don't even worry about if the fire's completely out or not. Tonight I am. I have a container of water over here so that I can dump it on the fire when I'm ready to leave. So, let's see, where are we? Horses. Rode Missy again this week. The first day she was great. I've been riding her in the round pen, and then from the round pen I ride her into the field, and she was good. The next time I went to ride her, she was a nuisance. And didn't really enjoy the ride, but I kept working with her, making her do more, because I wasn't going to have her get the idea in her head that she could act up and that she gets out of me riding her. So we worked some on it, and she was listening better, but not as well as I wanted her to. I am more secure in the saddle now than I've ever been, and I finally realized one reason why I've always felt a little off balance. You know, I know you're supposed to ride with stirrups at the ball of your foot. Well, I think I had my stirrups more towards the toes, and it always put me off. I've realized that I now have my feet in the correct position, and I feel so much better in the saddle. I'm definitely more stable. I'm still working on using seat aids because I didn't have them when I was before I started really taking lessons. I always just, neck rein or direct rein, you yank back on the reins to get the horse to stop, you kick them to get them to go, yada, yada, yada. And I've been learning seat aids, and for the most part, Missy's responding to them as long as I do them properly. The biggest thing that I have is the stop. I can do it perfectly if I am not on her back. But getting on her back and then trying to get it all done, yeah, it's a little bit difficult. If I get it done properly, she stops on a dime. But I decided after she acted up so much that time, I was going to work her in the round pen before I rode her again. And we didn't really do a whole lot because it's getting dark so early now. And I wanted to work with Licorice as well. Licorice watched my video last week. I had mentioned about her being lame, and I've been watching her walk around. She's been fine. So I get her in the round pen, start having her walk. She's fine. As soon as I ask her for a trot, lame on that right front. So needless to say, I stopped immediately, didn't ask her to do anything else, and going to have to wait for a little bit longer to be able to work with her. Chicken pen at my house. I was going to go and get the wood that I need for it, the plywood, and I decided not to. I didn't really have the time to run to Lowe's, but on Tuesday I have a doctor's appointment and I have to drive right past Lowe's. So since I'm going to be right there anyway, that's when I'm going to go. And like I said, I am going to have them cut the piece of plywood so that it'll fit in the back of the truck, and that'll make it a lot easier on me. And I also had to go and do a little bit of food shopping. I have a small list. The main thing is they have T-bone steaks on sale. And I am going to be stocking up on T-bone steaks. I got some New York strip a couple weeks ago, and now I'm going to stock up on the T-bone, and I also got a roast yesterday because that was on sale. And I shouldn't have to be buying any meat for a while, except for maybe some chicken. I'm not sure what I have in the way of that. But that's where I am with the chicken pen at home. The house, I have been working on the living room. It is definitely taken longer than I expected, but I am making progress. I'm starting to see a light at the end of the tunnel, so hopefully that'll be done soon. I need to get that done. I need to get the rest of the house clean. I still have to get the electrician out and have him finish the electrical work that I need. It's getting colder out. I have had to turn on my heat. Thank God that I have the baseboard heaters now instead of just the space heaters. I haven't used my wood stove yet. I should really bring some wood in because we're going to get some cold weather. I am unable to clean the chimney. So I've got a guy scheduled to come out. He's going to clean it and inspect it. Figure I'm going to have to do that anyway before I sell the house, so that gets that done. Yard. Well, I have been working in the garden. I have a good portion of it done. All the raspberries that were growing in the 2 sections of it have been trimmed back. The dead stuff is taken out. In fact, the dead is what I used to start the fire tonight. It went right up. I just have a little bit more to do in there, and then I will start covering everything up. Now I wanted to move the strawberries first if I could, the strawberries and the raspberries in the sections where they don't belong. But I am hoping that it rains. Right now, there's still no rain in the forecast unless it's for some evening. They keep calling for rain, and then they change it, and then no rain. And at this point in time, with the exception of the wind, I would gladly welcome a hurricane. We just need the rain so badly. It didn't get a drop this past week, so that's why I'm going to be making sure the fire is completely out before I leave, because it is just so dry out here. And this fire is really putting out a lot of sparks, so yeah, I will be making sure that's completely out. Let's see, what else? What I've been working on here is the chicken pen that I had here that I'm putting together at home. I finally got all the fencing off. I have some of the fence posts out. The owner of the farm did get a tractor, so I am going to use the tractor to just pull out the rest of them and my grounding rod. So that's where I am on that. If you watched my video from a couple weeks ago, you know that I've been working on baby Afghan with hearts, and I even did a video once I got all the hearts done and showed it. Well, this is the first time I've ever made anything that really needed to be pieced together, and it has been slow going. A few times I've realized after I get the section all done, I had the hearts heading the wrong way, so then I got to pull it out and put it back together, or I'll have a section almost all put together and realize that it's not lining up, so I have to undo it and redo it so that I can get it lined up. What I've taken to doing is putting a stitch holder at the corners where the go together, because when I do that, I'm more likely to have it come out right. So that's where I am for now. I'm just going to sit back and relax and enjoy the fire for a little bit, and then I'm going to get going home. So I hope it's nice where you are, and I'll talk at you later.